What is your name?
E.J. Dionne. I write a column for the Washington Post and do some work for National Public Radio and MSMBC and NBC.
Okay, how do you feel about the Republican National Committee deciding to pick Mitt Romney as their preemptive winner?
Well, I think Romney won it in the primaries. I mean, this happened months ago, and I don't think there was any preemption here. I mean, the big fight was over, if there was a fight, and I assume you're talking a bit about the Ron Paul thing, the fight was over what future delegate rules should be. And that's the fight that's probably going inside the convention hall.
Well, they have been making up new rules since Ron Paul was kind of, leaning towards having a slot to speak, right? They were kind of preventing him from being able to speak at the convention?
Well, conventions tend to be organized by the winner for the winner's purposes, and when they fail to accommodate a significant minority in the party, there's a lot of controversy. And Ron Paul, I think, brought to the Republican Party primaries people who probably would not, under other circumstances, vote Republican. It'll be interesting to see. I think a significant number of the Ron Paul supporters will not be voting for Romney. Romney hopes for a share of them. What was really striking about the Ron Paul vote is how young it was. If you looked at the exit polls during the primaries, by far the overwhelming majority of people under 30 who voted in Republican primaries did so to vote for Ron Paul. So he's got this base of support that's by no means entirely young, but he is very popular among young libertarian-oriented people.
Okay, how do you feel about politicians or people in power needing so much security like we have here during the RNC? I was up in St. Paul and they had similar security, but I would like to know your thoughts on people needing this much protection.
Well, I think it's scary that it is needed. You can argue about whether what is over the top. Particularly on the Democratic side, the threats against President Obama over the years have been genuinely disconcerting. And so, in my ideal world, we wouldn't need anything like this kind of security.
Do you think
but I'm afraid some security is absolutely needed because it only takes a few people to cause a lot of damage. And as I say, if I would much prefer that all the doors be open.
Would you say that there's a heightened sense of security with having so many officers and also having CC recorders around the city, or do you think that is just an illusion and at any point somebody that is a potential terrorist could commit a terrorist activity?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, as I say, I don't have strong specific views about how they've organized this. In an ideal world, I like less security, but this is not an ideal world.
Yeah, okay. And do you think that Obama has lived up to the promises that he offered in the change, or how do you feel about that issue?
I think Obama inherited a very bad situation, and that if you ask the question, are we better off than we were on January 20th, 2009, I think we are. Are we as much better off as the country hoped? That's what one of the things the election's going to hang on. And I think a lot of people's votes in this election will be, the voters who may decide this election, a lot will be determined not by whether things are ideal now, but by what the kind of mess they think Obama inherited and how much slack they're willing to give him under these circumstances.
Okay, I just have one more.
I should probably.
Okay. I apologize. I'm not trying to keep you, but thank you very much.
Yeah, good luck.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.